Hi, my name is Matt Hughes, 9-time UFC welterweight world champion. I'm here to tell you a few keys to being a successful fighter. Everything from a healthy game plan, stand-up fighting, closing the distance, takedowns, and ground fighting. So let's get started. Now we're going to go to one of my favorites, and that's striking on the ground. I really think if I had one thing to offer, this would probably be it. It just came to me easy for some reason, and I've had some great coaches. I've had Jeremy Horn, Pat Miletich share things with me to make me an effective striker on the ground. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, I'm going to turn you right back there. When I get in somebody's guard, my first strike is going to be, I'm going to put my hands right on his chest right here, okay? And I don't care if he's got a closed guard, open guard, that doesn't matter wherever his legs are at. I'm going to put my hands right here. My hands are going to work in opposite motion. This time my right hand's going to go towards his chin, and my left hand's going to go to his hip. And I do that very violently. I'm not going to do that here, but if I was in a fight, I would throw that right hand up and my left hand would come back violently. But right now it's just boom. So right now I've set his head where I want it. Now I know exactly where his head is because my right hand is right there. Now I come up and come down with my left hand. And then I reset right here. And he's going to grab my hands. 90% of the time, this fighter is going to grab your hands. If Scotty, let's say he doesn't grab my hands, he does something else, I'm just going to sit there and take pot shots till he grabs my hands. Now when he grabs my hands, I can go ahead and do my move. So now I've already done it with my left punch. Now I'm going to do it with my right punch. So I take my left hand, go to his chin, and my right hand goes to his hip at the same time. Boom. I raise up, I come forward, and I come with a devastating blow to the head, and I reset with my head down. 90% of the time, this fighter is going to grab my hands, and he's going to tell himself, I got to hold those hands tighter so he won't punch me. And it can't happen. He can do nothing to keep me from punching him in the face. So now this next punch, I'm doing the same thing. My right hand's going to his chin, my left hand's going to his hip. I'm raising up. He's thinking I'm going to his head. So I'm going to come down to the body and I'm going to reset. Once again, I'm going to come up and I'm going to hit his body. The good thing about this is when I come up to punch, I've got two targets. The bad thing for him is he can only defend one of them. So if you keep doing that time after time, you're going to get your shots in. It's a very, very effective strike from the guard here. The next thing is Scotty's got a closed guard, and I want to soften those legs up, and I want to open him up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set back, and I kind of put him in my cradle. I don't want his hips to float around. I want to keep them right there. So I've widened my knees out to where I've made a little cradle. His hips fall in there, and he can't float his hips around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and punch this side and come back and elbow this side. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other hand. Punch, elbow, and it's not going to take very many of those elbow shots to those tender legs, and he's going to open his guard right up. But that's a very effective strike there.